Well, our other big story this week that we are following involves the Indiana Pacers, the Fever, and Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Pacers Sports and Entertainment and the Capital Improvement Board reaching an agreement that keeps both teams in Indiana for the long term and allows for potential significant upgrades to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Here now to explain why this new agreement is important and what it could mean for the city and the state, our Pacers Sports and Entertainment President and COO Rick Fuson, and also Capital Improvement Board President Melina. And welcome to the program.
Thank you.
This is a story that has been brewing for some time now and of great interest in Indianapolis and around the state as well. Melina, as you look at this deal, a long-term deal, 25-year deal that will keep the Pacers and the Fevers here, talk about the particulars of the deal.
It's really exciting. A 25-year commitment to continue that strong economic impact that the Pacers and the Fever have brought to the state and the city for years is huge. What's important is it's a 25-year deal. It will involve refreshing Bankers Life Fieldhouse, which is really important because while the Pacers and the Fever play there, which is huge, both in economic impact, we have over 500 other events there as well. So it's a 25-year deal, no new taxes or new fees, thanks to the bipartisan support of the legislature. Senate Bill 7 and other legislation helps support it.
$360 million overall is the deal. How does that break down? The Pacers end up putting in $65 million of that.
And that's another really positive aspect of the deal. So it's a $360 million refresh of the existing building. The Pacers, importantly, are putting in $65 million. We really appreciate the commitment of the Pacers and Mr. Simon, but the state and the city have also contributed as well.
Yeah. All right, Rick, I want to talk about these improvements because these are rather dramatic and people will notice once they are complete. Talk about what's planned for Bankers Life inside and also outside.
Sure. Let me just first say on behalf of Herb Simon and the Simon family how important it is for them to keep the Pacers in Indiana. They've wished for nothing else for so long, and this new deal with our friends and partners at the CIB, with help from the state and the city, makes that possible. Makes it possible for us to be here for another 25 years. There's nothing more important than that to Herb and his family. But the improvements, we got to remain competitive. And as we see there, we're looking at a plaza on the north end. It's going to be a really new gathering space for downtown. So many of the new buildings that we'll see, and you even see a skating rink, which we think will bring more people downtown, even if they're not coming to a Pacer game or to another event. And then in the balcony, we're going to be taking 8 rows off the top of each side and making more areas for people to stand and to gather. As we've done focus groups, we've heard from folks that they want more offerings and especially more areas to be with their friends where they're not just confined to a seat.
Yeah, you feel as though this can have an impact beyond the immediacy right there of Bankers Life, but the Near East Side of Indianapolis.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Think about it when you come from Lucas Oil Stadium through the Convention Center, up the 3 blocks of Georgia Street to the redone Bankers Life Fieldhouse, looking through the translucency of the new look into Maryland Street now, into where the jail site is, then to Cummins, then to the new offerings of the north side there, Near East Side on the north. But it's just great. I think it really will even make our downtown more walkable, more friendly for all the conventions and events that we have.
Yeah, and Melina, as you look at Senate Bill 7, not only the Pacers Fever, but Indy 11, a stadium there, as well as 2 new hotels who are part of that status.
Yep. So the overall CIB vision is to continue the economic impact of $1 billion a year that we've had on the state and the city. And so this is one piece of it. The convention business is huge, keeping our Gen Con, our FFAs, as part of the customer surveys there and talking to our customers. Having more hotel and convention space is a critical piece. So as we continue to try to have this $1 billion plus every year economic impact by the CIB, a big piece of it, of course, is the Bankers Fieldhouse and the Pacers. And this particular 25-year deal will have a $13 billion economic impact on the state, which is huge.
Yep, and the city will essentially take over the hotel piece. Those will be built there. Rick, as we wrap up, timetable on the improvements that.
Sure, we're in the process now of acquiring some land, acquiring a parking garage. Next spring, we'll start construction. We'll be closed for the summer of 21 and summer of 22, and finish in 22 and the summer of 20 as well. And we'll have it done by sometime around October of 2022.
All right, major news concerning the Pacers, the Fever, the Capital Improvement Board as well. Melina Kennedy and Rick Fuson, thank you both for being here. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.